Hello everyone, my name is Serafi. I'm happy to meet you all, and today we're going to be playing Fairy Tail. It was a weird deck. Still getting used to the piloting, but it is really fun and interesting. Chain Snow banished 3 times to banish 21 cards. We're not playing tier, so we don't need to do that, actually. Hello, Kyo. Let's see. Alright, now I've seen a lot of different people play this deck in different ways. And it seems like there's like a focus on using Magistus as like a kind of side engine, but Magistus tends to lock you. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and play Magistus in a way that's interesting without it being overbearing. Let's see. Why do we still have over half our deck get to milling? That's not how actual Fairy Tail works. Alright, activate my field spell, Fairy Tail Ball. Hello, Blaze Master YT, welcome to the stream. Add Fairy Tail Tails from my deck to my hand. Now I activate Fairy Tail Tails, which gives me an additional normal summon. We're going to summon Luna. Luna's effects, we get to add Machgiru from deck to hand. Now we activate Machgiru's effect. Special summon her. That triggers Machgiru's effect, and we're going to add the Tales of the Fairy Tales from deck to hand. Now we activate Tales of the Fairy Tales, and we equip it to Machgiru. And we'll use the effect. We're going to Fusion Summon. Level 4, Weaver of Fairy Tales. Weaver of Fairy Tales, once per turn we can special summon a Fairy Tale from our deck. Alright, next we activate the effect of Tales of the Fairy Tales from our graveyard. We can equip it to our Weaver of Fairy Tales, then we get an additional normal summon. Normal summon Luna a second time, Luna's effect not once per turn. We're going to draw Snow. Alright, now we will activate Tales of the Fairy Tales' effect again, and we're going to fuse Machgiru and Luna, or no, Machgiru and Snow, into level 4 Teller of Fairy Tales. Alright, we got our full Fairy Tale board, let's go. I normal summon Zoroa, the Magistus of Flame. Zoroa, the Magistus of Flame's effect. I equip Artemis. Zoroa's effect. I bring back my Machgiru. Artemis' effect from my extra monster zone. Ah, whoops. I need space for this. That was wrong. That's okay. I activate Spenta's effect from my graveyard. I'm going to equip Ninaru from the extra deck. And now we can send these 2 monsters to the graveyard in order to special summon Magistus Chiroza. Now we Xyz Fairy Tail Wiccat. Wiccat's effect, detach 1 material. This will allow us to send a Fairy Tail card from our deck to the graveyard, which is Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Once Upon a Fairy Tale's effect, when it's milled, we get to set it. And then we're going to Link it to Endymion. Endymion gets to equip itself. And we will equip it with our Banished Spenta. Okay. Set 1 past turn. Alright, so our end board, we have a negate, we have a bounce, we have an omni negate, we can set snow like 3 times, and we have a super poly. Should be pretty good. Alright, my opponent is going to normal summon Axe Dragonoot. We will activate Once Upon a Fairy Tale's effect. Gonna bring back our snow. Snow's effect activates, and we set Axe Dragonoot face down. You can also put Invoked Kaliga into this. No, why would I want to do that? I like having monster effects. You fuse the Xyz with Crowley in their turn? Yeah, but why would I want to do that? I use a lot of effects on my opponent's turn. I do not want to floodgate myself. Thank you. Use it in a proper chain, not at first. I understand that, but I don't want to floodgate myself. Even if I like somehow manage to use it at the end of all my interruption. First of all, my opponent should be dead by that point. And secondly, it's like why would I want to floodgate myself for next turn? It's also a level 4, so you can use it in your turn. No, I'm good with Makaba. I have Makaba. Makaba is significantly less disruptive. Do they fit into spellcaster piles? Yeah, pretty much. The deck that I'm playing is mostly a spellcaster pile. Alright. Bronze is pretty hit or miss. Let's see if we can get a real game. I meant to play this deck a lot more last night, but for some reason, Master Duel servers were awful. You can ask Crow. I literally couldn't open packs without the game crashing. And then I went into a duel. I finally built the deck. I went into a duel. And I tried to Xyz summon Wiccat, and it froze on me trying to select my first Xyz material. Then I managed to finally click and get my first Xyz material. Then it still wanted me to click the second Xyz material. It still lagged out there, and then I finally managed to get the second, or I finally managed to click the second Xyz material, and the game crashed. New story mode just dropped the deck. It's true. Alright, we activate Spence's effects. Pitch it. Grab Rilliona. Or no. Zeroa. Normal summon Zeroa. Zeroa's effect. Equip Artemis. That triggers Zeroa to revive the Spenta. Artemis's effect. Draw Crowley. Crowley effect. Special summon. Link into... Or, hold on. Yeah, that would work. Synchro into Borreload. Borreload's effect. Equip the Artemis. Okay. Yo, Corey Skeets, lol, deck in a box. Corey Skeets, what's up? Hello, Sean, what's up? Alright, we're gonna activate Spence's effect from the graveyard. We equip to Crowley. We are going to equip Ninaru. And now we can send the two to special summon Magistus Chorozo. Then we Xyz into Fairy Tail Wiccat. Wiccat's effect, detach 2. We're going to mill the Tales of the Fairy Tales and the Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Once Upon a Fairy Tale milled. We get to set it. Now we activate Tales of the Fairy Tale. We equip it to Wiccat. That gives us an additional normal summon. Normal summon Match Giru. Match Giru's effect. Grab the field spell. I activate Fairy Tail Ball. Fairy Tail Ball adds Luna from my deck to my hand. Alright. Next we activate the effect of Tales of the Fairy Tale. And we're going to fuse the Snow with the Wiccat. Weaver of Fairy Tales. Weaver of Fairy Tales special summons a monster from the deck, which is going to be another copy of Match Giru. Then we link into Endymion. Endymion's effect. Equip itself with Crowley. I can special match Giru. Do I need to? No. Didn't know Fairy Tales would be ballin'. I know, right? Like, I'm actually surprised. I think Fairy Tales are super fun. $24.67. We just lost a subscriber, so whoever unsubscribed, I do apologize. Oh. Once again, we do not have an actual opponent. That's unfortunate. Okay, well. Now you're probably thinking, Serafi, why did you draw Luna if you couldn't summon her? I will show you. -1 Kyo sub. I doubt Kyo unsubscribed. Probably just someone from Duel Links. Ah, normal summon Junk Synchron. Okay. So we're going to activate Snow's effect. And we are going to banish Luna from our hand. Along with Chorozo and the Magistus Trash. And we need 2 more. Witchcrafter Genny and... I guess 1 Match Giru is okay. Alright. So Snow comes back. Snow's effect activates. We're going to put Beckon by the World Chalice face down. Then we activate Wiccat's effect, and we're going to send Snow to the graveyard to revive her. To be honest, I would just to make the number 6-7. You kids and your memes. So now I can use... He's going to Raigeki. That is fine. We do be savage. Alright. Now we activate Endymion's effect. We summon Crowley. Golden Neo, good morning. Good morning, Dracy. Welcome. Now we fuse Crowley with Endymion. Level 9 Invoked Makaba! But Serafi, you say, you don't have any cards in your hand to use Invoked Makaba's effect. Shut up! No one asked you. End phase. Activate once upon a Fairy Tale. Now I can special summon a Fairy Tale from Banishment and from Graveyard. So I get to bring back the Luna that I banished from my hand, as well as the Snow. And Snow gets to set another monster face down. Let's go. Alright. Activate Tales of the Fairy Tales from my graveyard. Equip it to Weaver. Let's battle. But Serafi, they have monsters face down. They could be anything. It could be Cyberjar. No worries. Interacting with your opponent is for poor people. Now you might think, setting my opponent's monsters face down and attacking them directly, this seems very familiar. Yes, the new Fairy Tales are Ghost Tricks if they were good. So if you are a Ghost Trick main, stop coping and switch. It's Metamorphosis. I activate my spell card. Fairy Tale Tales. Fairy Tale Tales reveals Fairy Tale Luna, and I get to normal summon her. Luna's effect activates. I add Machgiru from my deck to my hand. I activate Machgiru's effect from my hand. I can special summon her, and then I get to add a spell card from my deck to my hand, which will be Fairy Tale Ball. Fairy Tale Ball's effect activates. We get to add a Fairy Tale monster from our deck to our hand, which will be Fairy Tale Luna. And now, I activate my spell card, Metamorphosis! No more playing around! I special summon Weaver of Fairy Tales! Weaver of Fairy Tales' effect. I special summon Fairy Tale Snow from my deck. Now I normal summon Fairy Tale Luna. Fairy Tale Luna's effect activates. We add a third copy of Fairy Tale Luna from our deck to our hand. I Xyz summon. Halloween's come early this year. Rank 4, Fairy Tale Wicats. Wicats effect activates. I detach 2 materials, and I mill 2 cards from my deck. Once Upon a Fairy Tale sets itself from my graveyard. I activate Tales of the Fairy Tales from my graveyard. Tales of the Fairy Tales' effect allows me an additional normal summon. I activate Fairy Tale Luna's effect for a 3rd time. I activate Tales of the Fairy Tales' effect. I fusion summon. Listen to my story. Level 4, Teller of Fairy Tales. I Xyz summon. Wicat's Wicat's not level 4, that's right. It's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Who said I was good at it? Message retracted. Understood. Lava Golem? Huh. Please. I activate my field spell card, Wedju Temple. I set 1 monster from my hand into the Wedju Temple to reveal the monster that's hiding within. Millennium Shield's effect activates from my spell and trap zone. Trying to see if I can get to 25k steps today. Nice. Senjin wakes from its sleep. This Guardian is immune to all your monster effects. Senjin wakes from the Millennium. I activate Heart of the Blue Eyes' effect from my hand. I Link Summon. I'm late for a very important date. I Link Summon Silhouette Rabbit. Fairy Tale Tales' effect activates. Silhouette Rabbit becomes a prince instead. It's Feudal Main. Do you think they're going to release Blazar before the end of the year? No. If they were going to release Blazar, they would have done so with this box. They clearly don't intend to. Update on the hoodie situation. I have not gotten an email yet confirming my order. So I assume what is happening is that since I process the payment directly through my bank account instead of using a debit card, they are waiting to see it clear. Which would be, since I put it on like end of day Friday, which would be, it would be on Monday. So I assume that I will get a confirmation that the order has actually gone in on Monday morning. If not, I'm going to call them. How about Elemental Heroes Yubel? I think that Evil Heroes and Yubel will probably be coming in September. No Elemental Heroes though. Obey me! Level Infinity! Exodia the Forbidden One! Fairy Tail Luna's effect activates. Ha! Fairy Tail Luna's effect is not once per chain. Wait, what? Oh! He ashed me, but Wiccat makes my monster unaffected. Well, he can't summon anymore. I activate my field spell, Wedju Temple. Why are they treating elemental heroes badly? We need the new Yubel, the Defender of Love Forever. I'm sure we will get that card. It's just not going to be for elemental heroes. It's going to be for Yubel. Lava Golem's effect activates. I take 1,000 damage. Fairy Tail Tails prevents me from taking damage once a turn. I normal summon Fairy Tail Luna. Let's battle. What's the matter? You were so eager for me to have this monster! Lava Golem, attack him directly! Volcanic Fire Force! I do enjoy a good duel. Isn't it nice to, like, play a game where Lava Golem just doesn't matter? Like, oh no, you removed my Omni Negate and my Monster Negate. I still bounce your monsters twice. Ifragor, stop deleting his messages. What are you doing? He's talking. Misclick. Well, undo it. Okay, this is the second time. I told you. I told you already. I was like, I unmodded you last time because you did something, and now you're doing it again, so okay. I apologize, it's Feudal Main. Hold on, let's see. It can be used next to E-Heroes, you know. I mean, it's not going to be. It's not going to be. It is going to be its own deck. 2468, whoever just subscribed, thank you very much, I appreciate it. No one is going to play Elemental Heroes along with Yubel. You're just putting a bunch of bricks in your hand. It was a misclick, I swear. It doesn't matter. You were already on thin ice. Do you not understand how second chances work? They are much frailer than first chances. Is that Droll? Okay. Bro's got some plays. Machgiru's effect activates from my hand. Now I can't Spenta, which is kind of annoying, actually. Not being able to Spenta is actually very frustrating. So okay, I can Ninaruru to pop the I can Ninaruru to pop Swords of Revealing Lights, but in order for me to do so, I would need to summon a Magistus. I would need to summon Riliona, and Riliona requires 2 spellcasters with different attributes. Okay. Hold on. Alright, we're gonna mill Tails, and once sets itself, and I think that is going to be it, unless, hold on. can't make Teller. I can make Weaver. Does Weaver help me? I think it does. I'm talking about Duel Links because Jaden is allowed to summon Yubel monsters, as you know. It also needs Super Pellet because Yubel's Loving Defenders are effect monsters plus Yubel, so it's meant for him. No. Yubel the Loving Defender is not Jaden's monster. Yubel the Loving Defender Forever is Yubel's monster. So if there was a new Yubel support, it would not go to Jaden Yubel. It would go to Yubel. Yubel is a character. You are incorrect. Jaden got to play Neos Kluger because Jaden summoned Neos Kluger in the anime. That is not the same thing at all as Yubel the Loving Defender Forever. I'm going to summon Snow to put it in the graveyard. Xyz into Rilliona. Rilliona's effect, detach Snow. To special summon Zoroa. Zoroa's effect. Equip Artemis. Zoroa effect. Special summon Crowley. Crowley is negated. Oops. I forgot that it was negated. That's my fault. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Link it to Endymion. It would be a different argument if Yubel wasn't a character in Duel Links. Exactly. Because they are, Konami is just going to put it on Yubel. Exactly. You can make Chirozzo. That's whatever. Alright, we'll just get through this turn, and then we can, when we're not under Droll, we can Zoroa to, place the, Ninaruru and get rid of the swords. I get what you say, but they can give the skill to Jaden Yubel, not only to Yubel. Yes, but they won't. There's a difference between what they can do and what they will do. And what they will do is they will give it to Yubel, and it will be a Yubel only effect, not Yubel and heroes. Konami could make their game better. They choose not to. Very simple. Okay, normal summon Sprite Blue. Special summon Sprite Jet, Sprite Jet's effect. Makaba. Talents. Get wrecked. Talents draw 2. No. Ash, goodbye. Alright. My turn. Ooh, that's a good card. Alright, Zeroa's effect. GG. Dragoonity Remus to grab Ravine. Do I ash that? Yeah. I can probably beat Dragoonity if they, Oh, he had Dravine in his hand? Oh my god, I got baited. Even Dragonic Contact skill lets Jaden use Yubel monsters. Yes, but Dragonic Contact was not given to Yubel, now was it? It was not a Yubel and Jaden skill, it was a Jaden Yubel skill. So Yubel has not gotten a new skill for a while. So they are going to take the opportunity to buff Yubel rather than buffing Jaden. Do you see? So before, Jaden got a skill, and Yubel did not get a skill. And now, Yubel will get a skill, and Jaden will not get a skill. Okay. Alright, Legatus' effect, Maxi. +0. Omega Mally. Hello, Starfy Sensei. Hello, Omega. +1. +2. He's just gonna do the full cut. He doesn't care. Okay. I'm gonna need another hand. Bounce the Ravine so you can recycle it. +3. Ravine again. Discard another card. Yes, so Yubel gets the skill, but Mr. Jaden can also use the new Yubel card. How is Jaden going to summon Yubel? Jaden is locked into summoning hero monsters from the extra deck. He is not able to summon... Well, let me see. What's the Duel Links. Yubel the Loving Defender... Or, sorry, no. Hold on. Draconic Contact. Sure. I mean, yes. So you could potentially, like, add Yubel the Loving Defender Forever to Draconic Contact. That skill would still not be good enough. It would still be terrible. You would be able to use Super Polymerization to remove everything from your board, from your opponent's board, unless they just pop your Yubel. Okay, so then your opponent, you summon Yubel, you set your Super Poly. It's your opponent's turn. They destroy Yubel. They remove Yubel from your field. They banish it. They return it to your hands. Now your Super Poly is worthless. Yubel is a significantly worse monster than summoning a hero. And if you then, like, you know, Super Poly into with a Neos monster, then you've essentially changed nothing about the deck. So giving Yubel the Loving Defender forever to the Draconic Contact skill will not change anything. The deck would be slightly better going second, I suppose. But even then, like, you are not going to OTK your opponent because you are going to summon a monster with 0 attack points by fusing their entire board off. And then they will take, like, 250 damage, and then you will have to pass. Romulus? Add a Dragoon Speller Trap? I'll imprint this, why not? So, I mean, sure. Yeah, Jaden will be able to summon it. It'll just be bad. But yeah, sure, why not? Every character in theory could use Yubel with Yubel support. Arguably, Jaden would be one of the worst choices since you don't need the skill. Yeah. Add Falchion, discard card. Falchion banished from grave. I lost count. This guy's talking. I can't remember. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I was at 3 cards when I activated Max C. So, yeah. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we are currently at plus 10. He still does not have anything on his board, by the way. In case you're curious, this man does not have a single card on his board right now. Plus 11. Okay, 1 point of interruption. Plus 12. Okay, now he has an Omni Negate. Yeah, the new Yubel cards don't need to, like, summon Yubel from the deck. They can just summon Yubel off of Spirit of Yubel, which would even be, like, playing Yubel as a vanilla monster is going to be worse than just summoning Spirit of Yubel and destroying it, because Spirit of Yubel will draw you cards that make Yubel better. Plus 14. Plus 15. He's going to equip 3 monsters from his graveyard. Plus 16. What I think is Yubel will get the skill, Jaden Yubel also will, but I respect your opinion. Okay. 17. 18. 19. 20. It's understandable to still do your combo under Fua, but Max C. I think he's just practicing. I think he's just like, I could just surrender, but why don't I just practice the combo? God, I have so many 3-ofs in my hand right now, chat. It's crazy. Luna's not once per turn. 21. Pass turn, okay. Oh. What a game. Alright, Super Poly. Okay. Alright, snow effects. 1, 2, 3, is Metamorphosis one? Metamorphosis is not one per turn. 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, no, I have cards in my graveyard. Jeez. Hold on. What do I not want to get rid of? I can keep one more card in my hand. Let me see. I'll keep the Droll, I guess. Savage. I can do it again, bro. I can do it again. I don't even need to now because Savage is dead. Who cares? I can't set the Hieratic Seal. All right. I activate Instant Fusion. This is so stupid. Behold my Omni Negate, sir. The Great Falchion. I'm excited for Power Patron support if it comes out. I play the Power Patron deck because I think Pendulum is cool. Nice. Activate Spenta's effect. I cannot search any Magistus cards because there are no Magistus cards left in my deck to add. I activate my field spell, Fairy Tale Ball. I activate my quick play spell, Called by the Grave. Like, Seals is the worst monster to make under Max C. Obviously, your opponent is going to draw Called by the Grave. I activate my continuous spell, Fairy Tale Tales. Fairy Tale Tales' effect activates. Fairy Tale Luna. There are no cards left in my deck for Fairy Tale Luna to search. A Synchro Slop Dex Grey's Fury. He's not playing Slop though. That was literally just Dragoonity. It was the entire Dragoonity combo. I have to respect it. That was just pure Dragoonity. Special summon Machgiru. Machgiru's effects. Grab Tales of the Fairy Tales. Activate Tales of the Fairy Tales. Equip to Luna. Tales of the Fairy Tales' effects. We fuse Teller of Fairy Tales with Machgiru, I think. Alright. Good job. You fool! Luna doesn't need to search anything when everything's in my hand. It's true. Oh! Your avatar is like a Lucina doll. The Great Falchion. I see. Okay. Okay, that's a Fire Emblem reference. Fire Emblem Awakening, which was the best Fire Emblem game. Okay. Lucina is a questionable pick for best girl from that game, but I can respect it. Yeah, I'm a Fire Emblem fan. Nice. Alright, we activate Spenta. I have no Fairy Tail monsters, so this is just... Hey, look, finally a normal deck. Or is it? Oh, this is definitely a normal deck. We're not FTKing anyone with this. That's weird. Oh, hold on. Let's check something real quick. I believe now, if we look at characters, let's see. Alright, so from Go Rush, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. In Sevens, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 characters. So there are 13 characters in Sevens. There are 7 characters in Go Rush. How many characters do we have in Vraids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are only 8 characters in Vraids, despite it coming out 2 years before Go Rush. And Go Rush only has 1 less character than that. And then Sevens, which came out a year later, has 5 more characters than that. That is insane. Serafi, what if I told you Predaplants also have an FTK? Listen, you don't need to tell me that Black Garden is an FTK, okay? Black Garden has always been an FTK. Black Garden always will be an FTK. We love our plant overlords. Garden Rose Maiden will never get banned, no matter how broken it is. That is... that is full X-Saber combo. Hold on. Didn't I droll you? Did the droll resolve? The droll resolved. Why are you doing full X-Saber combo, sir? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to let you do full X-Saber combo. I'm good, actually. Alright. MBT just lost using Fairy Tail against Sacred Beast played by Sam. You should call MBT and give him some pointers. You know, I don't think what is his name? Is it Joshua? No. Jonathan? He's like, my name is something Rothschild, also known as MBT. Is it Jonathan or it's not Joshua because it's Joshua Schmidt. What is his name? Is it X-Saber though? We'll find out after this game. Watch them have Rat Pierre in their hand for next turn. Plant Lore Overlords don't FTK me. It's most likely the rat. You guys think this is Zodiac? Please. Okay, there's Droll. That's fine. I drew the one card I needed. Joseph! Thank you. Of course. I should have gone for the Jewish-sounding name. Joseph Rothschild. Yes. I do not think that Mr. Rothschild would appreciate any pointers from someone with only 2,000 subscribers. I think he would rather find that quite annoying. So I will allow him to I will allow him to play Hit Fairy Tail as he likes. Let's see. Well, I can't search, so Ninaruru probably. Evil Rat in their hand. You guys think the last card in this guy's hand is Rat Pierre? Alright, I'm gonna activate Vere. Which will allow me to special summon a Witchcrafter monster from my deck, or a Magistus. Unless we get Lightning or Bowman, it's going to be Go, Niska, and Earth, Robo P, I, and Solo Playmaker. Yep, and that's it for Vrains. I mean... Yeah, that is kind of true. It's kind of sad. Zoodiac's scary, man. Ban Broadbull again. Zoodiac is fine. What are you talking about? Zoodiac is okay. Alright, let's see. Hold on. Was it Zoo or was it X-Sabers? Okay, you guys win this one. Why is he playing Fiendsmith? Did you ever play Clash Royale? Isn't that a stupid phone game? Hold on. Clash Royale. Yes, mobile game, yeah. No, I don't play mobile games. Rat playing around Droll is not fine. Alright, Spence's effect. Pitch itself. Does he have Ash? No. Okay. Duel Links is a mobile game, and I do not play Duel Links. I play Master Duel. Do you not see what's on my screen right now? Droll. Screw Albaz, Medius is the cool new guy. I mean, Visas was the cool new guy after Albaz. And then Diabellstar the Black Witch was the cool new guy after Visas. Now we have Medius. So you're a few off from there. It's a pay-to-win mess. It's true. Let's see. I'm going to equip Artemis. That will trigger Zoroa's effect to bring back the... I could bring back Spenta, but let me actually just summon Machgiru here. Okay, now I can Machgiru as well. Special summon. Okay, then I activate the effect of Spenta, banish it, equip Zoroa with Ninaruru. And now I can just summon Chiroza. I like, everyone in chat is just talking, but you guys have to understand that, like, this deck actually has really good plays around Droll, and I am actually, like, trying my best right here. And I know that you guys don't pay too much attention to my actual, like, gameplay, but this is actually really clutch if you're paying attention. Alright, we're gonna seize here. Make Wiccat. Wiccat's effect, we're going to detach 2 materials. And we're going to send from deck to grave Tales of the Fairy Tales and Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Once Upon a Fairy Tale's effect lets us set it face down. Then we're going to activate Tales of the Fairy Tales from our graveyard. Equip it to Machgiru. This will allow us to fusion summon, and we're going to fuse into Weaver. I can use Droll as material. No, I don't want to do that. Real intense gameplay here. They resolved Droll. I mean, look, the number of people who give up against Droll is insane. So I understand that, like, Droll is not... Like, they have another hand trap, by the way. I understand that Droll's not the most insane card in the game, but I am doing everything I can here. Hold on, let's see. Alright, we're going to exceed... I spellcaster locked myself. When did I spellcaster lock myself? Oh! The Xyz monster. No, wait, no. Oh, no, it was the Machgiru. Ah! Damn it. Okay. Let me think. Alright, Xyz into Rilliona. Does he have Nib? I think he might have Nib. Special summon Crowley. I don't have a light fairy tale, so I can't make Weaver here, or Teller, but that's okay. Let's link into Endymion. Endymion's effect. Luna is not in rotation. That is a little bit awkward, but not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Alright. This is... He only has 5 cards in his hand. I have Droll and Ash. This is salvageable. Oh, crap. Tenia, are you serious? Alright. Okay. Snow's effect from Graveyard. We're gonna banish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, man. 6. I do not want to get rid of any of these other cards. I guess I don't have a choice. I will read chat after this game. I am not going to lose to this Elf Note player. Fairy Tale Snow's effect activates. We set Tenia face down. Do you have Regina? Okay. Alright. Alright, I got this. He's gonna Fualos, which is actually perfectly fine for me, because when he Fualoses now... Or actually, wait, no, he's not gonna... I'm not gonna, trigger any draws here. Hold on. Alright, Regina comes out. Regina's effect. We activate Weaver of Fairy Tale. Since we summoned Wiccat, we get to negate one of his monsters and turn its name into Prince of Fairies. So it's no longer an Elf Note monster. Special summon Crowley. Negate Regina's effects. Crowley's effect. We fuse into Invoke Makaba. He gets to draw 1 card, and then I droll him. Never Fualos on your own turn. Okay. Alright, we removed Tenia. We removed Regina. He has a monster in his center zone. That means he can't summon Fortuna. He also can't summon Lucina. He has no way to summon Power Patron. He could normal summon Medius. If he normal summons Medius, we Makaba it. So unless he's also playing Cool Tune or Fiendsmith, I should have this. Discard. Oh my god! Diabell Star, the Black Witch's effect. Okay, invoke Makaba. He knows that I'm going to do this. And this banishes her, which is really good for us. What did he discard? Lucina? I don't think he can summon Lucina from the graveyard. Alright, so unless the last card in his hand is insane, I should be okay. End of main. Alright, alright. Activate Once Upon a Fairy Tale. We special summon Snow from Graveyard and Machigiru from Banishment. Unfortunately, we drolled, so I can't search. That's okay. Set card. Worst case scenario, that's the trap that Omni gets, but he doesn't have a Synchro Monster, and we crushed him. Diabell Star Resonator Elf Notes. Kia would like this deck. Watch it be Fiendsmith tracked. If it was Fiendsmith tracked, that would be hilarious because he can't use it under Droll. Let's see. Okay, alright, let's see. Screw both of them. Gearsu was cooler. Clash was peak from before, from 2016 to 2023, but now it's just terrible. Makes sense. Most mobile games don't last very long. Serafi Sensei questioned why don't we see decks built around floodgates like Necro Valley, Zombie World, Power Sync Stone, or Discord being played in tournaments? This is an excellent question. So, let me see. Alright, so Omega Mali, are you still here? So the reason why you don't see decks like built around floodgates, except for Eldritch or Centurion Odeon, right? The reason why you don't see decks like that being played is because when you have a side deck, it's very difficult for you to actually make those sorts of decks work. You put too much, stock into a spell or trap card going first, your opponent is just going to cycle in 3 copies of what is it called? The spell card that is free to play and bounces a card and you can't negate it. Starts with an S. Spirit Invitation, I think. Spiritualism. So in a tournament, you have to win 3 games, or 2 out of 3 games. Very different from best of 1. So, if you rely on floodgates as your main strategy, your opponent will simply tech in a bunch of cards to beat your floodgates. And then you are essentially, getting it to a coin toss. Who goes first game 1? Because if your opponent goes first game 1, you lose, you know you're going first. Or no, you can't even do that in Duel Links. You can't choose who goes first. That's probably why. You can't choose who goes first in Duel Links, even in a tournament setting. Which means that, cards that are floodgates don't do anything on turn 2. So, it's just better to play hand traps. X-Wiz Zap. Somehow I even wonder how I managed to play Clash Royale for so long. Funny how Gearsu, Albaz, and Medius all have the same stat lines. Yeah, that is funny. Thank goodness I quit that game entirely. Real intense gameplay here. They resolved Droll. Don't try, just surrender, or better yet, why don't we see these content creators playing tournaments with the Floodgate deck they want new users to use? The reason why most content creators don't play in tournaments is because most content creators are not very... this is awkward to say. All right. I am about to talk about content creators. And before I start talking, understand that absolutely nothing I am about to say relates to Joshua Schmidt. Joshua Schmidt and Jesse Coden are world champions. These people are content creators not because they started out as content creators, but because they had enough of a fan base from their professional careers that they had a natural audience they could make into this like side gig where they make money to basically fund their card game addiction. So Jesse Coden and Joshua Schmidt and people like that who became content creators because of their professional background are not the same as like a YouTuber that just, started making videos because they wanted to, right? With that context, most content creators are not good at the game, myself included. You don't have enough time to spend like learning decks, experimenting with cards, and also playing the game enough to develop professional level skills. Pros, people who go to tournaments for money, they play the game literally all day, every day. And that is not something that you can do when you are making videos and streaming and things like that. So, being a professional and being a content creator are both basically full-time jobs. And it's really, really hard. Especially for someone like me, who does not make any money from doing the videos. I have to actually also work, which means that I am extremely tired all of the time. And I get sick a lot, which is why I constantly cough. And because I don't have an editor, all that coughing gets into my videos, which means that people don't subscribe to me, which means that this never makes any money, so I can never hire an editor. So it is a constantly looping spiral of my health getting worse because I don't make any money. My health being bad means that I don't make any money. And then, essentially it's going to go on to a point where I just have to quit YouTube entirely because I can't stop. I can't breathe. With that said, because you could go into a tournament, right, and try and showcase your skills and the deck that you want to play. And a lot of people do that with things like the Kaiba Cup tournament and the WCQ. They treat those as like tournaments that they can stream, basically, and myself included. But as far as like a professional setting tournament against like top level players, you would just lose, and that would not be interesting, right? Like, it's not interesting for you to go into like you can spend a tournament that you can spend like losing 3 games on ladder into like a storyline that you could, I'm going to come back from this. I'm going to beat people to death. I'm going to win, You can't do that at a tournament because if you lose too many games in a row, you're just out, and then the stream is over. That's why tournament organizers are the ones who stream that, like Grand Harrier. And then those people basically build an audience because they are able to shoutcast tournaments, which is what the people who want to watch a tournament setting are actually interested in. They're not necessarily interested in the person streaming playing any games. They want to see high-level play with, easy-to-follow commentary that they can appreciate and enjoy. And it's actually really hard to stream yourself playing in a tournament setting. Like, you guys can see that, like, I have to shut my chat off just to play, Fairy Tale against a high-level deck under Droll. Because I need a lot of concentration. If I look at my chat, I'm going to run out of time, or I'm going to, deck my, I'm going to run out, I'm going to make a mistake. And when you're under Droll, or you're under Max C, or you're under Fuwalos, you cannot make mistakes. That's not allowed. You will lose the game. So, tournaments are really high-pressure situations, and streams are really high-attention-demanding situations. And even the best players misplay while they are streaming, because they are either reading their chat, or they are trying to answer something, like, completely unrelated. Like, that guy who was spamming stuff about Yubel a few minutes ago, right? Like, I don't want to ignore that, because he's talking to me. He has interesting points to make, but he's not asking me about the game that's on screen. He's not asking me about anything that I'm doing. So, you know, if I want to, I have to balance between, like, looking at my chat, reading this sort of thing so this person doesn't feel ignored, and then actually playing the game. And the problem is, the audience does not want me to ignore them for too long, because the longer that the audience gets ignored, the more the comments pile up, right? And then the longer I have to take to respond to them. Whereas the game does not want me to take too much time, because the game will kick me. So it's just not feasible to do anything other than casual gameplay on stream. I hope that answers your question. Do you have a voice line for Gustav Rocket? I can make one. My voice line for trains was for Gustav. So, Gustav Max is, this monster will blow you to smithereens! Rank 10, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max! Alright, so my line for Rocket is, you can duck, you can run, but let me ask you something. Is your bomb shelter cannon-proof? Let's take them down together! Rank 10, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Rocket! How's that? I give up the second I see it? Yeah, it's pretty rough. Usually when a floodgate is used, it's on top of an established ward to help you lock down the opponent, so even if you had the out, you still need more of it. There's a chance he bricks. That's why it's not often as simple as playing MST or another board breaker. I read at MBT, reading is fundamental. Let's type the most random things so we confuse him. Burrito Sus 2016 Jojo Hobo. Is it just me, or do I think elf notes are cringe? What? What's wrong with elf notes? Yo guys, you saw the news, aliens are coming to Earth. MBT didn't have the ability to get his cards to get the card to turn his monster into a spellcaster. He couldn't special summon his board wipe monster. Sam won the duel by time limit. Oof. No Dragoon engine. RDA with RDA Elfstone without the new support. Running Dia Bellstar. I think Snow should be put in prison again. Snow's fine. I'm being facetious with my first question, Sarafi Sensei. I misunderstood the question. Ignore me then. Your explanation was amazing. Please make a video about it for these content creators leading new players into the grave. Oof. Do Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creators make money? I mean, the big ones do. That's after user content and usually clickbait. It's 98% clickbait, and you will get a penalty in real term by misplaying also. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Bloodstar Incubus. Welcome to the stream. That's peak voice line. Wholly impressive. Thank you. Okay. Alright, caught up. But here, I can show you guys an example, right? Hold on, let me see. Let me pull up my channel real quick. So for the people who are curious, right? Let's see. So YouTube showcases all of my videos. So you can see my video that I made yesterday. I FTK'd 6 games in a row with this perfect, consistent Constellar FTK guide. 1 cent. Introducing hand rip for 6 X Saber FTK combo guide, 2 cents. New Umbral Horror supports, where I go through brand new cards and I analyze all of them. I talk about how they might be in involved in different, decks, and I analyze in real time. Oh, it's a mirror. I analyze in real time a 1-card combo without any sort of assistance. Like, I'm just reading the cards, and I immediately figure out a 1-card combo that lets you go through the entire chain and summon the new boss monster, the old boss monster, the field spell, and the floodgate, and the counter trap. Like, all of that, and I only got 32 cents. Then there was this video, which was like trying to engage in my community. That got a lot more views than all my other videos. 286, 72 cents. We go down to like a video that actually did pretty well, but this is like it's did pretty well because it was like a couple of seconds of train footage from the anime. So I'm completely unable to earn any money from that. 3,000 views, no money. Custom cards. This is my, like, the content that takes me the longest by far. This takes hours. My opponents summon Machigiru and Ball and ended their turn. Okay. This is not interesting. Hold on. Let me talk about this real quick while I'm on a tangent. So my custom card reviews, this is an hour and a half long. This is actually the content that gets a lot of, like, there's 356 people who watch this one. And this actually got, like, 3 different people to join my Discord because of how interested they are in seeing my new reviews. 90 cents. I didn't even make $1 off of this video. We come down to, like, a video where I'm actually, like, doing some deep discussion, my opinion, you know, people are interested. The new box was a dud. 1,300 views, so that's pretty good for one of my videos. It's only half my subscriber base, but a lot of my subscribers just don't watch my videos. $4. So over the course, and that was how long ago? That was the first of the month, so that was 2 weeks. So over 2 weeks, I have made like $6. And as far as like time, this is brand new box review, by the way. New box review, $1. So that's let's see, 1 hour, 20 minutes. This took forever. This was like me editing a meme together, and this took me, I believe, 2 hours to make. And this was also ads off. So 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, about 10 hours of recording, just recording, no editing. And that's, if I'm being generous, probably about $8. And then the live footage, so streams, let's see, obviously you can't tell from this one. I got like a super chat on my Consular video, so $14 there, which is nice, absolutely. 21 cents, $3. This was day one. So I stayed up until 3:30 in the morning. I live streamed this right as the box dropped. I built the deck. I played the deck. I found out that there was no, that they didn't release all the cards. And then in real time, on stream, I figured out how to FTK without the proper cards. Still only got less than $3. So yeah, I mean, sorry. I'm sorry for ranting for the people who don't care about this, but it was asked of me. So there's the answer to the question. Oh, okay. Anyway. That was flippy? Yeah, it was flippy. It was nice. Let's show the audience that even stories have a little dash of darkness. Barrier Claws and Take a Bow, rank 4 Fairy Tale Wiccat. That's good. I like that one. Very rare to see like my audience submit their own voice line, but that was a good one. I'm not quitting my job for content creation because I don't have a job. Yeah, I don't quit my job. I just have to work 2 jobs basically. All right, Luna's effect. Alright, we Luna into Machigiru. Machigiru's effect special summon itself. Then we're locked into spellcasters, which is fine. I don't have any of my tuners out. Machigiru effect. I was going to imperm my Machigiru. I'll activate Very Magic Lacrima. I haven't graduated yet. That's my last year of high school. I see. Alright, we're going to special summon Zoroa from deck. Alright, now I can activate Metamorphosis, and I'm going to tribute my negated Machgiru. Special summon Weaver of Fairy Tales. Weaver of Fairy Tales is effect. We're going to special summon from the deck, and we're going to special summon Snow. Nice. Zoroa's effect, we attach the Artemis. Zoroa brings back the Machgiru. Can we start talking about jobs? It's been almost a year since I got fired. I still haven't found a new job. It's depressing. I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. I recently quit my job, and it took me 2 months to find a new one. I'm starting again on tomorrow, actually. So yeah, it is a pretty rough job market, depending on your country. Attached to, we are going to mill the Tales of the Fairy Tales and the Once Upon a Fairy Tale effect. Set. Right, Artemis's effect, we draw the Crowley. Crowley special summons itself. Okay, then we will link into Endymion. If I lived by myself, I would have been on the streets a long time ago. Rough. Endymion's effect, we equip the Crowley. Alright, now we activate Tales of the Fairy Tale from our graveyard, and our opponent concedes. I'm scared, to be honest. If I don't have any skills, and if I didn't get a good grade to scholarship to a European or American university or anywhere else. I mean, if you don't have any skills, the best thing you can do is get into a trade. So hopefully nearby there is a trade union that can teach you how to be an electrician or like a roofer or a plumber, and then you can work. Then you can be like run your own business. Advertising and selling, maintenance. There are a lot of unmarried women that will hire someone to come and fix their toilet. Hey, Yug! It's time for me to teach this Weevil Underwood a lesson. I activate Instant Fusion. Let's go! Level 4 Weaver of Fairy Tales! Weaver of Fairy Tales' effect allows me to special summon a fairy tale monster from my deck. Fairy Tale Machgiru. I was lucky enough to pull an overframe of Chaos Goddess. Nice. Anyways, let's enjoy Mr. Streamer playing the game. Real life sucks. I understand. Alright. I activate my equip spell. Yeah. I'll equip Machgiru with Tales of the Fairy Tales. Normal summon Fairy Tale Luna. Luna's effect, we draw Snow. Activate Tales of the Fairy Tales. We're going to fuse Machgiru and the Snow in our hand. Level 4 Teller of Fairy Tales. Activate Tales of the Fairy Tales from the graveyard. Equip Luna. We get an additional normal summon. Luna's effects. We draw another Machgiru. Alright, I can fuse again? That would let me make Chorozo, right? What are Chorozo's requirements? A fusion synchro exceeds or link monster plus a spellcaster. Okay. Alright, let's link into Artemis. Tales of the Fairy Tales. We fuse Artemis with the Machgiru in my hand. Make Chorozo. Then we're going to Xyz into Riliona the Wondrous Magistus. Riliona's effect. Detach Chorozo. Special summon Zoroa. Zoroa's effect. Equip Artemis. Zoroa brings back the Luna. Artemis's effect, we get to add Spenta to our hand. Now we synchro. Why am I Magistus locked? Oh, Riliona. Ah! Ah! Freaking locks, man. Alright, okay, my opponent conceded. I'm so close to figuring out how to both bridge into Magistus and also make Savage Dragon, but it's... There's like 4 different locks I have to worry about. I have to... So, Riliona, Machgiru. I'll get it. Bizadzia. I am so happy because we will get Blackwing support. Blackwing is one of my favorite archetypes. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Blackwing is super cheap in Master Duel. It's like you can literally get every Blackwing card for 500 gems. Chaos Angel has an overframe. Nice. It's from Battle of Legends. Personally, I'm excited for the Galaxy Eyes support. I like Dragon Maid. Yo, another Galaxy Eyes player. W. Alright, activate Spence's effects. Discard it. Fuwalos. I can ash that. Alright, we're going to grab Zoroa. Alright, now we activate Fairy Tale Tales. This will allow us to normal summon Machgiru. And by normal summoning Machgiru, we don't spellcaster lock ourselves. Machgiru grabs Fairy Tale Ball. Fairy Tale Ball's effects. We draw Fairy Tale Luna. Yeah. Alright. Now we normal summon Zoroa. Activate Zoroa's effects. Equip itself. With Artemis. Zoroa's effects. Bring back the Spenta. Artemis's effects. Draw Crowley. Crowley special summon itself. Okay. Now we are going to use Zoroa and Spenta to synchro summon into Borreload's Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's effect. We equip the Artemis from our graveyard. Then we activate Spenta's effect from the graveyard. Banish itself. Oh, come on! Oh! I'm so close! I can figure this out! From what I've read, I think my GPA is like 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. I mean, those are three different, very different GPAs. What is your GPA? I also like the new Magnet Warriors. Nice. I will try hard this year. Spend your final year in high school getting it up as high as you can. I'm trying to learn programming. Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't think programming is going to be a very good career path. I have heard from multiple people at this point that that are in the industry that coding agents like Claude and other coding assistants, like AI generation, is really, really good for programming. So I actually think that, based on what they're saying, that coding is going to collapse as an industry. I mean, don't take my advice, right? I'm not a professional, but I have heard that we're not going to see too much coding jobs in the future. I would rather if you're asking me, I think you should get a trade. I think you should work in, like, be an electrician, be a plumber, be a roofer, be someone that is indispensable, because you can't automate physical labor. 2469, whoever subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Why are you running for real, though? Icy just tagged me in a League of Legends post. Mecha Phantom Beast Raiten. I've literally never seen this card in my life. Is this pure Mecha Phantom Beasts? Hold up. Got something interesting. Pitch Needhog Generator Boss of Ice. Okay, this looks like a pile. We're gonna negate this. Well, think about how much I stream, right? I make multiple videos a single day, and I make a lot of streams. I get paid somewhere around $100 every 2 months. And that's after 3 years of me making content. If I don't earn enough to pass the $100 threshold, I make nothing. Alright. Could y'all resist a Dark Magician Girl plushie? Easily. I'm not a weeb like you guys. I'm actually married. I have real life companions. Just avoid the trades that require you to fly to private islands. In my country, they use a system out of 20. I got 13 out of 20 this year, so just above average. No, like barely above average. Yeah, that's not good. Raiten who? Yeah, for real. I see people say that physicians will eventually be replaced with AI. They're going to be in for a rude awakening when something goes awry in their bodies. Ooh, Goldmine. Did you hear about? Hold on, let me see. Did you hear about the guy who died because there was no physician? Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Died with no doctor in the hospital. Yeah, hold on. I got the news article pulled up. I'll show you. Give me a second. Let's see, we're gonna grab So we normal summon Machigiru, grab Fairy Tail Ball, activate Fairy Tail Ball. Use its effect to grab... Do I have a Spellcaster in hand? Yes, I do. Ooh, I cannot grab Fairy Tail Tails. Okay. Or I can't grab Tails of the Fairy Tail. That's not good. I guess I have to grab another Machigiru. Ooh, I don't know how well this is gonna go. Xyz into Wiccat. Wiccat effect, detach 2. Mill Tails and Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Once Upon a Fairy Tale gets set face down. This guy has no cards in his extra deck. He's probably a noob, so that's okay. We'll win this one. Equip. Alright, now we can fusion summon, make Weaver. Weaver gets to special summon, but there's not really like a monster I can special summon that's going to be amazing. Yeah, because Luna only gets her effect if she's normal summon. So I guess we're just going to summon Snow. Set 2. And then we just full Magistus combo? Yeah. I mean, I guess that's why we're playing the Magistus cards, right? Sometimes you just brick. Briliona's effect, detach 1. Special summon Zoroa from deck. Zoroa equip itself with the Artemis. That triggers Zoroa's effects. We special summon the Machigiru from the graveyard. Artemis grabs Spenta. Spenta effect to grab Crowley. Crowley special summons himself. Crowley fuse into Zoroa. Zoroa's effect, equip Weaver. Summon Chirozzo, activates Spenta's effect from the graveyard. Equip with Brilliona, and then link into Endymion. Endymion, equip the Crowley. Alright, so as you can see, like, we get, like, Machigiru just gives us full Magistus combo. But that's not really what I'm trying to play, so that's why I don't really lean into this too much. Kind of interested that Auroradon helps other decks more than the deck it was intended for. That's true of most Link monsters, to be honest. Like, look at Crystron Haki Fibrax, look at Predaplant Verte Anaconda, look at Bujingi Yahashima. That is a Wat Cobra. Guys, it's Wat Cobra. End of main. Special Crowley. Same with Hulk before it got banned and Cleafort Genius. It's true. Cleafort Genius is like Have you ever seen Cleefort Genius actually summon in Cleeforts? Not Watts. They're gonna leave you on 3,200 life points. Battle. While Cobra attacks. Imperm, it can't attack directly anymore. That's right. Curses! Infinite impermanence, my one weakness! I'll get you next time, Neo Serafi! Not Watts searching in Roku. Grave of the Super Ancient Organisms. Okay. Why is Once Upon a Time... Oh, you can set this card, but you cannot be activated unless you control a Fairy Tale monster. I see. Okay. Machigiru's effect. Grab Fairy Tale Tales. Okay. Alright, well, we activate Fairy Tale Tales. Battle. Activate Imperm. Negate the Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. Good job setting it in the Imperm column. Blazing Mirror Force! Does that destroy everything? Alright, Wake Up Pitch Snow. Activate Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Blazing Mirror Force in the big 2026. He's got Magic Cylinder. Unaffected. Okay. Well, now he can't make Tenpai cards. Wait. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism is like an anti-Watt card. You can't do anything with Watts if you're under your own grave. What pheasant? I am the anti-Watt deck, guys. Fairy Tale Tales. The first time you would take battle or effect damage each turn while you control a spellcaster with 1850 original attack, you take no damage. Beep. Watt Pheasant has to actually inflict damage. It can't just attack me directly. My turn. Who's the real Watt player here? I attack you directly. I attack you directly. I attack you directly. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we have established that not only are fairy tales basically better ghost tricks, they are also better Watts. So if you are a Watt player, you can also stop coping and play fairy tale instead. Fairy tale can actually get lethal. Okay. Alright, hold on. So, law and crime. Goldmine, pay attention to this. No on-site doctor. Dental student died in ICU overseen by remote telehealth physician who pronounced him dead on a video screen. A 26-year-old dental student in Connecticut died in an ICU that was overseen by a remote telehealth doctor who pronounced him dead on a video screen after failing to effectively communicate his medical needs. Kara Halton's parents are suing Yale New Haven Health, which owns and operates the Bridgeport Hospital Milford campus where their son died in 2024, and Northeast Medical Group, which is also part of Yale New Haven Health, for negligence they say ultimately led to his death. The family's legal complaint, which was obtained by Law and Crime, says the ICU and its operators violated hospital policy because no on-site doctor assessed Mr. Hilton from the time he was admitted to the ICU until after he exhibited seizure-like activity. The complaint alleges that Hilton was brought into the emergency department, subsequently admitted to the hospital with diagnoses that include pancreatitis, dehydration, metabolic acidosis, and alcohol withdrawal. Mr. Hilton's condition deteriorated. He was transferred to the ICU where his condition continued to change and deteriorate over the evening and the early morning hours of August 15, 2024, including mental status changes, restlessness, and agitation despite the administration of Precedex. While in the ICU, the hospital allegedly utilized the services of a tele-ICU, with the complaint noting there were no ICU intensivists present at the time. Instead, the hospitalist at this case never saw the patient. It also appears from the sparse ICU records that the ICU RN was only contacting the tele-ICU service for sedation orders. And despite orders, there are no CIW assessments, no intake output monitoring, and no MD assessments for pain or change in mental status, despite the RN's non-contemporaneous note indicating mental status change in a patient diagnosed with alcohol withdrawal and a history of alcohol withdrawal procedures for which he had previously been given Keppra. Mr. Hilton slid down in his bed. His eyes rolled back. He exhibited seizure-like activity, vomited, became bradycardic, and code was called. He was intubated but could not be resuscitated and pronounced dead. The pronouncement was done via a telehealth provider on a video screen. This is also why the physician shortage is bad. There's a statistic that in the next few years you most likely won't be seen by a doctor. It's true. The number of times that I have, like, my primary healthcare provider is a nurse practitioner. I don't think I've seen a doctor, an actual doctor, except when I went to the ICU. I don't think I've seen an actual doctor in like 3 or 4 years. So yeah, medicine is definitely, well, the problem with medicine, right, is that there's an actual cap on the number of physicians that we can have in the country. Like there's a physical cap that was introduced in law in the 90s. And since then we've just been like bringing in a bunch of people from outside the country, training them on how to operate. They take up our residencies and then they go back to their home countries, and we just don't have any doctors. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about real life. I apologize. I know that's what you guys are not here for. It was just brought up. Alright, summon Weaver. confirm my Weaver, that's fine. Oh, Instant Fusion is treated as a fusion summon, so I can revive it? That's insane. Why is it treated as a fusion summon? I actually like this part of the stream. Well, you are alone because I don't have very many people watching at the moment. Unfortunately, most feel pushed away from the amount of debt and schooling required. I'll stop now. Yeah, it's depressing. Okay. Alright, so, now everyone who's here today is basically everyone who was here yesterday. So, for the people who were here for the last stream, what did you think about the voice acting video? Let's see. So I gave Goldmine his every line. I gave Wizap both Habakiri... Wizap asked for Habakiri, Detonator, and Infinity, and I did all three. Kyo asked for Dingirsu and Typhon, and then I also did Desiree, because Kyo likes Fiendsmith. I think... Is Weash here? Weash is not here. So what did you guys think about the voice acting video? I like it. Okay. I'm just waiting for the part where Yu-Gi-Oh will go AI. No way Yu-Gi-Oh will be AI. It was great. They are, don't you know? Insane voice acting. Thank you. I appreciate it. My opponent just sets one and passes? Okay. Yeah, I worked hard on that video. That took forever. Unfortunately, it's probably at 150 views right now. Probably won't go much higher than that. I imagine I'll probably cap out around 300. But, you know, for the 300 people who watched it, I'm sure that they will all like it, which is good. Nice voice acting. Thank you, Omega Mally. Which one was your favorite? Alright, so with Ball, we'll grab Luna. Normal summon Luna. Luna, grab Luna, because I already have Machikiru. Droll. Wait, why would you droll? You Fualost. Sir, are you just clicking buttons? Don't you want to draw at least one card off of your own Fualos? Okay. Just checking. What is Metamorphosis? Where's my Metamorphosis? Oh, it's on the field. Literally no restrictions. Okay. The Detonator lines were were so fire holy. Yeah, so when Ryziel first came out, I came up with the Detonator line, and that was one of my favorites. I will say, I don't talk a whole lot about my voice acting, but that was one of my favorites, was the Ryziel Detonator line. By the way, what do you think about the turn 0 Floodgate situation? What do you mean? Which Floodgate in particular? The voice acting was spot on. I loved it a lot. I'm glad to hear that, Kyo. The card you hate the most. Just seeing you announce your face announce Sky Crisis had me laughing so hard. How much is this? 37, not quite enough. Alright, we're gonna Tails here. Oh, I can use monsters from my hand, so I don't even have to... Hold on. Interesting. Okay. Make Zoroa. Now I can Spenta. Oh, did he call by my Spenta? He called by my Spenta. That's my fault. Alright, battle. Attack directly. Attack directly. Attack directly. Don't worry, chat. You might think, oh no, Serafi, you don't have lethal. I do, actually. With cat effects. Special summon. Send to grave. Attack directly. Got him. 1,000 Umbral and the new Bury and Field spell. Oh! Is that a quick effect? Hold on, I didn't know it was... Oh yeah, because it's basically mimicking Numeron Wall, right? Numeron Wall is a quick effect. Wait, so the new 1,000 monster is a quick effect as well? Hold on, I missed that. Let's see... Quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Place 7 Buryans from your hand in your field zone. Also can't special for extra until the end of the turn except Xyz monsters. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. People should be playing Nightmare Phoenix. If they are at this point not scared enough of back row that they are not playing Nightmare Phoenix, then this will force them to play Nightmare Phoenix, which is a good thing. Because Nightmare Phoenix will solve a lot of Floodgate problems, not just this card. But it'll make sure that you're prepared for things like, anti-spell fragrance, for example. So, I think that the fact that people don't play Nightmare Phoenix anymore because they simply don't consider spell cards to be that common is an issue. And I would rather Nightmare Phoenix be like one of our main staples. I would much rather see people playing Nightmare Phoenix as their 15th card slot than Typhon. So yes, I have no problems with them saying, oh, you can only special summon twice from the extra deck except number monsters. And you're just like, okay, well, I'll just make Nightmare Phoenix and destroy your card, and there you go. Enjoy your searcher that you just wasted. Mwahaha, I picked Typhon last second. You really got into character announcing Infinity Dragon. That was goosebump energy. I always get into character. I do my best to try and make my my voice acting as good as possible. Fairy Tail looks interesting. Icy is a Duel Links. Okay, look. Don't be mean to Icy. Icy is a Duel Links player primarily. He is one of the people, just like Crimson Reaper, who, if the deck is not in the game, he's not all that concerned about. Even though he plays like a little bit of TCG, it's mostly older formats, and I completely understand that. That is his choice, and it is perfectly acceptable. And a lot of people like him. That is all I will say about Icy right now. Anyway, so, I mean, Fairy Tail is a fun deck. It's super fun. It's super cool. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play it. It is a quick effect. Me and Gold talked about it. I'm going to Hail Mary with this one. Yeah, no, I mean, that is what Typhon is all about. Typhon is about, let me please try and score a win. SP is a thing. SP Little Knight is also an option. But here's the thing, Kyo. The thing about SP, right, is that SP would require that you make a Synchro or Link monster first. And that means that you are essentially stuck with the Floodgate, right? So with Nightmare Phoenix, you could use any 2 monsters. With SP, if your opponent chains 1,000 Umbral Horror to an effect that you would activate to summon a monster, then 1,000 Umbral Horror will have the field spell on the board when you summon that monster. So okay, let's take a look, right? Okay, so like think about it like this way, right? So you are playing Draco Tail, and you activate You are playing Draco Tail. You activate Rahu, Drake. Well, no wait. Doesn't Rahu lock you into fusion? So that's a bad example. Let's see. Does Rahu fusion lock you? Yes, it does. Okay. Let's not say Rahu. Let's say hold on. Let's say you activate oh, here we go. You activate Regina, Regina's effect. So you special summon Elf Notes, or Power Patron Elf Notes from deck. You are now synchro locked. On resolution, your opponent activates their effect from hand. You are now locked into 2 summons for the rest of the turn. You must synchro first, because you are synchro locked. So let's say you make, like, you know... I mean, Elf Note would just make Barone and pop the card. But let's pretend that you don't have Barone, right? Let's say it's the TCG, where Barone is banned. So you make the Elf Notes... You make the Elf Notes Synchro 7. If you are playing Nightmare Phoenix, then you could then summon 2 more monsters. Like, let's say you summon Tinia, and then you summon Fortuna. And then you could link those 2 monsters and summon Nightmare Phoenix and discard. If you are playing SP, then in order to banish this floodgate, you will have to give up your Sterilcia. So that is the difference, right? It is, you could definitely play SP, you could take that risk, but then the advantage is on the other player, the Numeron, or sorry, the Umbral Horror player. God, I can't even remember the archetype because it's not an archetype. The Umbral Horror player. So you're just like, okay, well, I'll just banish the Umbral Horror, like. The Umbral Horror player is just like, okay, I know they're going to SP me, but now I can force them, because SP requires that you use a Synchro Xyz Fusion or Link monster in order to get its banish effect. I will force them to get rid of the first monster that they summon, which is still a very good benefit for the Umbral Horror player. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it is like, okay, well, SP is an out, but the Umbral Horror player gets the benefit of they removed the most important first summon, but I feel like Nightmare Phoenix is better because you could just summon 2 main deck monsters and resolve the issue. It wasn't really an archetype until now. It only just became playable now. Yeah, I'm going to have to remember the cards now. Alright, anyway, so that is it. I appreciate everyone coming out. I will make a Fairy Tail video, but I need to make Predaplants as well, and I have to work tomorrow, so I have to take some time to actually make Predaplants. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Serafi. I was thrilled to have all you with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe.